This is Unlocking Success, episode number 6, with the richest of homie Vangs and myself, Eric. How we doing?
Good afternoon, sir.
It is a good afternoon. It's a nice sunny 80 degrees out. Something like that.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
It's okay though. I mean, I'd take this over snow and shit.
Yeah,
any day of the fucking week.
Snow.
But we're not here to talk about the goddamn weather. We're here to talk about modern addictions. Our homie here has a video for us to go over.
Yeah, it's titled "The Modern Struggle" by Naval Ravikant. This video is made by After School, a channel on YouTube. I would say it has some pretty good philosophy from just modern day individuals and just their thoughts. And I mean, it's just good to hear other people's thoughts and what they have to say. But I would say this is pretty relevant stuff and pretty truthful. And that's what we're here to do for you. Cover the truth, help you unlock your own definition of success. So yeah, we're just gonna tune into this video.
Do some color commentary along while we're watching.
We'll be sure to link it in the description for you guys. I would say go subscribe to their channel. They have some really good stuff. And it's all animated and drawn out on a whiteboard.
Yeah. We'll link it in the description if I can't remember if you mentioned that or not. Make sure you get that in there. All right, and here we go.
Maybe we might have to turn it off.
Not disease of scarcity, right? Old times I may have starved. Old times if I got sugar, that was a wonderful thing. I should have eaten all the sugar to get my hands on. If I gotten a piece of news or gossip, that was interesting data that would have helped my life and moved me forward. If I'd gotten some brief amount of entertainment, whether through video games or magazines or whatever, that would have been good. Now it's all disease of abundance. We are overexposed to everything. The human brain is not designed to absorb all of the world's breaking news.
Yeah, that's very true.
Keep this in mind. Yeah, keep this in mind.
Like, look at how much information that there is always being thrown in your fucking face. Whether it's like just obviously on TV, tons of commercials. Whether it's like, I don't know, listening to Spotify if you have the free version, always having to deal with ads there. YouTube, obviously. Like websites as well, unless you have ad blocker. You just get spam with pop-ups. It's like there's information, there's storylines like everywhere you're looking all the time.
Yeah, they're all just trying to grab your attention.
Exactly.
These 24/7 emergencies injected straight into your skull with clickbait headline news. If you pay attention to that stuff, even if you're well-meaning, even if you're sound of mind and body, it will eventually drive you insane. This goes back to Clockwork Orange, where he's
keep this in mind.
He's forced to watch
I need to watch this movie too.
But I think that's what's happening right
Never
now.
heard of
Because
it.
these are addictive, right? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, these are
Facts. How many times is like throughout the day, honestly, like in the current, but like maybe in the past, have you just been doing something like, oh shit, wait, I gotta check my Snapchat. Like, oh shit, I gotta just check the Instagram feed for no reason whatsoever.
Well, I never used to be really popping on the Snapchats or the social media. So yeah, be sure to follow us on the social media. Help your boy out. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you can find me on Rich Homie Vang, all platforms. But yeah, I remember one summer working, and it would feel as if my vibration went off in my pocket.
And you check it.
And I check it, and nothing was up. I think that was actually they were saying that's a problem or something, but that's something I experienced.
That's how it is with my Apple Watch. It's like there'll be times, I think it's just from it moving on my wrist, like maybe sliding down a bit. It feels like a vibration, so I'm like, oh shit, what's up?
Of nothing.
They're not there. I don't know. It's weird. But anyhow.
Technology.
Yeah.
These are weaponized. You have social statisticians and scientists and researchers and people in lab coats, literally best minds of our generation, figuring out how to addict you to the news.
Yes.
And if you fall for it, if you get addicted, your brain will get destroyed. And I think this is the modern struggle.
Keep this in mind.
Modern struggle. So the ancient struggle used to be the tribal struggle. You had your tribe of friends and family, you had your religion, you had your country, you had your loyalty, you had your nationality. At least you had meaning and support, but now you would struggle against other tribes. Modern life, we're so free, everything's become atomized. You stand alone, you live in your apartment alone, you live in your house alone, your parents don't live nearby, your friends don't live nearby, you don't have any tribal meaning, you don't believe in religion anymore, you don't believe in country anymore. It's fine, you got a lot of freedom, it's fantastic. But now, when they come to attack you, you're alone, and you can't resist. So how do they attack you? It's all well-meaning. I don't fault capitalism, I love capitalism, but look at how it happens. Social media, they've massaged all the mechanisms to addict you like a Skinner pigeon or a rat.
Yeah.
This is terrifying because it's so true.
Yeah. They're playing you. They're playing you like a puppet. And they have that
Holy
illustrated,
shit.
drawn out.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure to, like, watch the actual video so you can see the visual representation. Because, I mean, the way it's being portrayed by words is perfect, but it adds more spice to it when you actually watch what he's drawing out.
Yeah.
And the thing that just real quick just caught my eye too is like the whole idea that if they come after you, you're alone, as opposed to back then, you know, you have your gang with you, man. You got your whole tribe. Everyone is a part of that community, and everyone's willing to die for their tribe. Nowadays, no one gives a fuck about you, you know.
Who's just gonna click, 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 click? Can't put the phone down. The food, they've taken sugar and they've weaponized it. They've put it into all these different forms and varieties that you can't resist eating.
Hell yeah.
Drugs, right? They've taken pharmaceuticals. and
Shout out
plants,
Eminem, not the rapper, the candy.
synthesized them. They've grown them in such a way that you get addicted. You can't put them down. Porn, right? If you're a young male, you wander around the internet. It'll like sap away your libido, and you're not going out in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, why do they draw them like that, man?
It's probably true.
Another way to addict people. So you have this. You have the
The porn one, it's the kind of guy you expect it to be. I'll say that.
entire large
The way he looks.
factories of people that are working to addict you to these things, and you stand alone. So the modern struggle as an individual is learning how to resist these things in the first place, drawing your own boundaries, and there's no one there to help you.
If you like the after school
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, that's some shit, though. That's some shit. Yeah. I mean, I've known, like, you know, how bad, really, the brainwashing is, but when you watch a video like that, it's kind of, like, painted in front of you in a different way. One that you're not used to seeing, but then it makes sense. It just kind of hits you differently, you know? It's like the kind of, feels like the idea of getting a second pair of eyes on something, because you're so used to the picture you're looking at. So once again, to see it visually drawn out like that, kind of the whole thing, it's like, damn, it's really true.
Yeah.
If you're not mentally strong enough to deal with that, then the machine just gobbles you up, and you just become another brick in the wall. But you're gonna say something?
No, I love that video when I watched it. And I'm like, this ties in perfectly with what I want to discuss in today's episode. As you know, as the video states, these companies and whatever product they come out with, they're designing them and evolving them, and they're learning from its users just to keep you there on said platform. Like we'll say any of the social media platforms that they're doing mass research to keep you scrolling through, looking at things.
Mm-hmm.
But
One thing that you always have to remember too is it's like the people behind the scheme. Like these are some of the smartest people amongst our race that are developing these algorithms and all that shit. The whole brainwashing machine. It's done by the smartest people in the world. You know what I mean? So of course it's gonna work, and it works to a charm, man. It's like you think you're good at not being a part of it, right? But you always are, in some way. I mean, you just won't be addicted to it as badly as your average person, but it's one of those machines that you like have to be in. You know what I mean? There's no way to escape it anymore.
Yeah, you really have to like open your eyes. Great depiction of this as well would be the movie's called It's Alive with Rowdy Piper.
I'm not sure.
This might be it.
I guess a quick side note with that. Andrew Tate described it well. When he said you can never be off the grid anymore. You can just be all over the grid. Because, yeah, being off the grid doesn't exist anymore. I mean, for some small, like, Native Americans in Amazon rainforest and in Africa and stuff like that, just to name two. Like, yeah, that still exists in that regard, but you can't just go walk into one of those, you know what I mean?
Alright, so I remember now the movie is called They Live. I'm just gonna say, just watch the movie, or watch the trailer, or just watch it. And you'll understand, because when I watched it for the first time, it made perfect sense. I'm gonna show Eric Clip a picture. So in the movie, the main character just goes about his day, and then eventually finds a pair of sunglasses, and then it's as if the sunglasses is a metaphor. I would say, and that through these glasses he sees the real world around him. So like this is like a politician, and usually he would have a regular face, or he would look regular, but with the glasses. This is how he looks like, and that's not what the banner's supposed to be.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, and then like this right here. This is the billboards.
Yeah.
With the glasses on, so you can see the truth behind of what they're trying to portray and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, and it's black and white.
Yeah.
So it shows how dark it is. You know what I mean? Like the real world's so dark.
It's a great movie. It was a great movie. I watched it in cinematography class.
Damn.
It's got a lot of great one-liners and such. It's a great movie. But I mean, it ties back into these companies and the people they hire, the very smart people that know how to pick your mind apart to keep you hooked.
Yeah, they're so good at it nowadays, keeping you locked in. It's been interesting to see the progression of it too. Like when I was a kid, when both kids just kind of first starting to use the internet, it was so pure. Like there was no really such thing as ads. Ads weren't a thing when I first started. Everything was built for the it's pure, the most genuine capitalism I've lived, basically, where everything was intended to be the best it can be, not just to try and sell you something. And now it's like you can't escape an advertisement unless you pay for that product, usually. Like for the upgrade version of like a game, like a mobile game or something like that. You can pay for the ad-free version, but you got to pay money. But even then, they make money off you anyways, because you still have to watch the ads.
Yeah. I think they make more money off of you, not buying
because
the game.
And it's smart because they make it seem like, well, you have to pay money for this. Well, really, you have to not pay for this, but they make more money off that because they put that they put that wall in front of you with a price tag when you don't want to pay for something, but you really do anyways.
Think about it, people. You're making people rich.
Because it's like, that's not even a hard thing to get. It's literally just one layer under the surface. And that's the thing with a lot of these little gimmicks nowadays. They're not complex, but they're so pleasing to the average person that they just suck you in.
Yeah, they sound so good.
Mm-hmm. But when you really, like, look at like fast food places, they're like deals that they have, like the buy two get one free, that sort of thing. Like when you really break it down, sometimes it's worse.
You still bought two,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and because I know for me, I used to think that was a good deal.
Yeah.
But then say you're looking at pants at $70 a pop, you're still spending $140.
Mm-hmm.
But the deal sounds so good. And you're like, yeah, this is worth it.
And like sometimes there are deals that are better than others, but it's never really a deal. You know what I mean? Never really a deal. Unless it's like a damaged product. But even then,
It's a damaged product.
it's a damaged product.
I would say, like, let's say there's some deals you just gotta break it down, figure it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's the way it's advertised, and people don't want to do the calculation. People they quote unquote fucking hate math. But I would say, like, some simple stuff. Like, it seems complicated, but it's quite simple.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when you're doing math for that, it's never anything more than division and multiplication.
Yes.
Like you have to do fucking equations and shit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's just a story problem, but it ain't a hard one.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's literally just a story problem.
All you need is the calculator on your phone.
Yeah. Like, you probably just have to know... You have to do decimals sometimes. Percentages, decimals. That's probably the farthest you have to go. I'm trying to figure out some of these deals. So.
Yeah, but I mean, you learn how to do that with the smaller price stuff. If you go into business, you start doing deals and such.
Yeah.
The amount is a lot more, but you just have to see if things are good or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder what business negotiations are on like a maker supplier standpoint or a maker buyer standpoint, because you're a consumer buying from the store, but like what are the negotiations for like the supplier
Exactly.
in the store? You know
Exactly.
what I mean? And if, like you were just saying, if you're good at the smaller stuff, that can help you if you're trying to make business moves and stuff like that.
And make sale for, say, hypey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wholesale versus single pairs, or we can just say business in general.
Mm-hmm.
Buying stuff in bulk versus buying them individually.
Mm-hmm.
You are gonna get them cheaper.
Yeah, it's also like another one that just came to my mind. When you do subscription-based services, a lot of times it's more money up front, but it's cheaper to pay for a year's worth of something rather than a month's worth of something.
Yes.
Yeah. Even sometimes not by a lot, but still better to do that.
Yeah. You just gotta figure out if it's the deals.
Yeah, exactly. And it just looks worse up front because it's a lump sum.
Yeah, and that's usually how I go upon.
Mm-hmm. Buying things.
Yeah, buying things. Because I mean, the monthly, we could say that. What would I relate that to? Like leasing something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're paying it each month. For an upcharge, rather than just paying for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense, if that analogy makes sense.
Yeah. And then, even then, like, it's like you get the car afterwards. Because lease is only like 3 years. So it's literally just money for nothing. It's like when you're just renting an apartment. where you're just renting a house. You're not renting to own. You're just pissing your money into someone else's pocket.
Someone else's stuff.
Like, you don't benefit from leasing a car when you get a car, but your money's just getting thrown away. And, like, yeah, you could say, oh, well, I'm getting to drive a car. Well, you could just get a cheaper car that you could pay for up
You
front.
can just buy a car and, you have a car.
Exactly. Like, that's why with the next car I'm getting, I just want to buy it up front in cash. I don't want to take a loan or do a lease on it. Fuck that.
Flex.
Fuck that. I'll just pay the 40 G's up front for it. I was looking at some of those earlier.
Because, I mean, as soon as you hear clunk, what is that, a quarter of the value goes down? Or half?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you drive off the lot, right? You hear clunk. I think it's a quarter to a half of its value goes away.
I think it depends on the car. But yeah, it's probably like a quarter for sure. Well, the reason I say that is like Jeep Wranglers, they hold up really good for resale, surprisingly.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, because like there's like 2015s, even older than that. They're still like at least 30 G's, and a new one's like 40 to 50. So, and like in other cars, like prices slash in half. Like my car, that thing was 12,000 was only 3 years old. The new one's probably like 20 something. So its value was pretty much cut in half after 3 years. I suppose the Jeep would only last, a quarter. If it was a $40,000 vehicle, this. But
yeah, so
you gotta think about it like that.
Yeah, you take cars off the lot, value goes down.
Yep. Pretty much anything, actually.
Yeah. Take it off the lot, value goes down.
Like a pair of shoes. Put them on, walk off of them, value goes down. You can't, even if it's a good pair of shoes for reselling, you're still losing money on, or value on money you could have made.
Yeah.
Now, even if the shoe for new sells for $8, and you buy it for, or a new pair is for $8 and you sell it for $4, you still missed out on $4. You know what I mean? That's not even counting commissions on the sale,
Yep.
That's why you gotta have a plan first, too. Like, okay, with whatever you're buying, we'll just use shoes as an example again. Even though it might be tempting, I've fallen victim to it plenty of times. It's like, I'm buying the shoe for resale only. And what do? I end up wearing them. I'm like, okay, I like these shit. Anyhow, have a plan before you go into that purchase. Like, what do you want with that? Like, are you buying that pair of shoes just to hold it for resale? Or is there a sliver of you that wants to wear them too? That's why I know you've said before, just don't buy them in your size.
Yeah, perfect. You don't buy them your size, then you really
You
just
have to.
can't wear them.
That's the other thing, is that's tempting too. Like I said, I've fallen victim to it for sure.
What, trying to squeeze your foot into like a toddler 3?
Oh, no. Like, not getting my own size. Like Element 87s from 3 years ago.
OGs.
Yeah. That's how I went with those. I was like, oh, I looked down at my feet. I was like, damn. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go look them up. Nike React Element 87s. The sail and red colorway. Oh, geez. Those things are hot. Wish I still am.
Yeah, you just, you don't buy them in your size.
Yeah, that's right. I can just go buy another pair.
You don't wear them.
Probably not even that much. I'll look it up. Just find out.
But yeah, you have to make a plan. For a lot of purchases. Is this a 'cause, I mean, you can use things as a quote unquote asset. Say hypey stuff, but you have to keep the mind of is this going to be an asset or is this for personal?
415. That ain't bad. Oh, it's so hot.
Shout out to StockX. Thank you for. Yeah, not bad. Those are some nice shoes. Element 87. Sail. Bone. Sale light bone white.
Mm-hmm.
Clean. Very clean.
I thought about buying this pair countless times. I never did, though. These ones.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. This is the blue, the royal tint, aka blue tint.
Very nice.
It's like they overproduced these shoes. They did what Adidas did, except Adidas just did over a longer period of time. But they had a shoe and a look, right, and a product. Or maybe it was their plan. I don't know. But they put it out there because I remember when those two shoes came out, resale prices were crazy.
Yes.
Because remember, I was so jacked when I was able to cop them through Sneakers. Sneakers app. Fuck that, by the way. That app sucks. Too many L's on that thing. It hurts.
You just get lucky at times, you know? You get
That's how-
lucky at times.
What was I say? Oh, yeah. But, so those two shoes came out, and it's the sale red one, sale bone ones, and then the black and white ones. But then they put out so many more colorways in such high volumes that, like, the uniqueness and the hype of the shoe just kind of evaporated.
Yeah, everyone's got them.
They're not hard to get, yeah. That's what made the first two so dope, because it was so hard to get. And that's why, like, a lot of shoes, retain their value because of the limited supply. That's why there's such a distinct difference in OG Yeezys versus now Yeezys for resale price. Obviously, because you can't get them anymore, and they're so limited in supply. I like the 10, Off-White the 10, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Love my J's. Those are nice.
Yeah, be sure to follow us on the Instagrams. You'll be able to see
Some fits.
some fits with some kicks.
Love my sneaker game, man. Sneakers are, once again, depending on what you want to do with them, sneakers are, in a lot of ways, just a terrible investment.
Yeah, you have
Yeah, but you gotta have some fire on your feet.
You gotta have a plan.
Yeah, that too.
You gotta have a plan.
Because, excuse me, in a way, when you're buying shoes, you're playing literally that game that we were talking about earlier with that video. They want you. It's capitalism, but it's an addictive capitalism. So that's why it's even more so important to have a plan, because you can easily get sucked into buying multiple pairs of shoes every week.
Put them on your feet.
Yeah,
And
or
boom.
or even to resell them, but you can't. I don't know. Maybe something happened and the demand for them just took shit.
Yeah, something happens, you think it's going to be hype, and it's not hype. You sell it to lose money.
Yeah, and that's why it's like the sneaker market is so much different from like an actual financial market, because depending on the timing of the demand of a product, like you can go from getting like 10x returns to 2x returns, just like that, 7 figures.
Yeah, and
Especially with, sorry to interrupt you, but especially how it was with a lot of like the bigger shoes, because people get those early pairs.
yep, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yep, people get those early pairs, and that price is way up there. But then it just becomes, because no one really knows what they're doing in reality, it just becomes an undercutting battle, and overall the saturation of the market just goes down. That's why like reselling's kind of dead now, because it's so saturated. Like when you and I were into this shit, and you were in it for a little bit longer than me, or after I left it. But that's why there's no. It's not really competitive anymore. Like when we first started, man. Like we caught kind of the incline of it. We didn't start from the very bottom.
We caught the hype.
Yeah, we caught the hype, but like if you got a pair of Yeezys back then, you were guaranteed like at least 3x return. Like if they're $220, you're guaranteed at least like make $500 off the sale.
After fees.
Yeah,
After fees.
yeah, guaranteed. because they were so limited. And, you know, like, I like what Kanye did. Shout out Kanye West, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy late birthday.
That's the GOAT. Which I gave him respect for, because he said he would get everyone a pair of Yeezys if they wanted, and that's true. And you know what's crazy though is they still hold decent value, man.
I would say so, yeah.
That's just the power of his influence. Like I said, respect to him, man. No matter what, I always got respect for Kanye West. Dude changed my life, that's for sure. I mean, his new music shit, but no offense, just how my opinion. But as a person, Kanye West is the GOAT, man. Like, look at his influence. He's 44 years old. You can't deny it that his music quality has gone down, but his influence has gone up. And that's because he took Yeezy in, what, like, now 6 years, and it's over $1 billion company? Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's nowadays, it's Kanye West as the designer / creator, rather than Kanye West the musician. I feel like his music, he's known for his music second now, more so for his influence. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I never really thought of it like that. I would say so.
As opposed to, obviously, it used to be Kanye West, magician, who liked to flex on you people, you know, with like the Louis Vuitton collections, the Red Octobers, the Nike deal.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton Dons.
But it's always,
Jaspers.
both those elements have always been there. His influence in like a fashion standpoint, a fashion standpoint, and a musician. They've always been 1 and 2. And they just flip-flopped. I guess I'd say what you want about him, but
You're still saying something about him.
yeah, the guy's a monster. No pun with his song. Like, that dude hustles. From like all artists I like that have worked with him, they say he's one of the craziest people to work with. Because a good implication of how his mind works is just watching that Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan episode, yeah, or episode.
It was
the one.
just the one.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, it just shows how fluid his thoughts are. It's like his thought has 10 layers to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was just coming out.
Yeah, it was like Joe Rogan wasn't even having to interview. He was interviewing himself. I loved it. Not as good as his Alex Jones one, though. Or his 3 of them. Shout Alex Jones. Yeah. That dude's he's the man. I mean, you know, he kind of sold out for some dick and making some money, but it's all good, man.
You do you.
What, at this point, he's done more good than wrong. Yeah. So he can sell out if he wants to at this point. He changed my life, you know. I'll never forget watching his channel nonstop during the 2020 election. Fucking funny, man.
Yeah, you just need to, have an open mind and just hear people out.
Yeah.
And, keep an open perspective.
Yeah, man.
Even if it sounds completely absurd.
Even if you don't want to agree with them, hear them out. Actually, like, consider what they're saying.
Yes.
People nowadays don't do that.
No, don't do that at all. They listen to respond rather than listen to learn.
Like, it's last year when all those people went after Robert Downey Jr. because of his role in Tropic Thunder, and people were like, it's blackface. Like, no, it's not. He's playing a character inside of the movie. It happens to be playing a black guy. There's nothing racist about that. And plus, he's funny as fuck, man. Like, obviously, I'm white and I'm saying that, but all the black people I know that have watched that movie, they say it's funny as shit. Because it is.
Yeah, and if you watch we'll go with Joe Rogan Experience again, the Robert Downey Jr. episode, he even said it as well.
And he's like, some of his black friends were a little on the fence of it, but most of them were like, dude, this is funny as fuck. Because it was funny as fuck, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, you just can't make stuff like that.
Especially
people are just going to get offended, but it's great that he's playing an actor that is an extreme method actor.
Yeah.
He's trying to play. He's trying to get in the role. Kirk Lazarus is trying to get in the role.
He's literally
of the black guy.
It's like, one of my favorite actors, shout Heath Ledger, but it's like Heath Ledger going Joker,
Method acting to the max, trying to get in, being the role.
Yeah.
The role is you now.
Yeah, it's like in Tropic Thunder, that's why he gets his skin like professionally colored. There's this one part where Tug is like, "Why are you still in character? I'll break character until the fucking video commentary's out or whatever." He says some shit like that, and that's fucking funny. To the goddamn. I don't remember exactly what he says. The director's cut, the commentary comes out.
Yeah, but that's dedication.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, like jokes aside, that's
Robert Downey Jr. is playing an actor who's trying to play a black guy.
Yeah.
So you should be hating Kirk Lazarus,
yeah,
the character, who is a fictional character.
My whole point with that brief conversation was like, people are hating on that. They never even seen the goddamn movie. They just have seen pictures of it. They haven't even seen the damn movie.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Like, I had a argument with a Medusa, when this was going on. I was like, she hadn't seen the movie. I was like, then you have no right to judge it. You've never seen the goddamn movie. It's fucking funny as shit. And I guarantee if she watched that, I was like, all right, we're going to watch that then. We're going to see your reaction. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did offer to show it, and she said no. I was like, well, my point's proven then. Because you're probably going to think it's funny. And which it is. Sorry, this is a mini tangent.
That's a great movie. Tropic Thunder. Give it a watch. Keep an open mind.
Embrace the laughter.
Yeah, it's like you can see something out of context and then put a good narrative on it, and then boom, you have a viewpoint, a different viewpoint. Think like the news, how they want to be the first ones to put something out rather than waiting for the complete, correct story.
Yeah.
They just want to be the first one to put things out. So
yeah, they don't care if it's good or not.
Yeah, so kind of tie it back into our DJ and the quote unquote blackface. You haven't seen the movie; you just see a picture, and then a narrative behind it. And we could kind of just say this for anything. Yesterday, I watched Black Sheep, the movie with Chris Farley and David Spade, and it was about basically a political campaign, and then looks like it deals with like photography and scandals, or I guess that's just a portion of the movie. I would say just give the movie a watch, but you can say if you wanted to make it look like someone started a fire, you would start the fire and then the guy would try to be putting it out, or you just take that's how it happened. A building or some guys were there just to light a building on fire. They lit the fire and then they ran off, and then the one guy who didn't want the fire to spread was trying to put it out,
And then he gets framed for it.
yeah, but then they took a picture of him with the fire, and they put him to blame for it. It's just things out of context.
That's a huge part of today too, man. Everything is taken out of context. That's why I always say, like, do your own research, Like, don't, when you see like these headlines that have came out over the past year, about like this or that, assaulted on the street, blah 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 blah, video shows, like, I mean, there's no way of knowing actually how long the said altercation went down, how it started, who was there, like, who's not saying it's two people planning on setting this up, and then someone else gets draws in, and like he was just saying, they get framed for it when they were just trying to set this stuff up. I mean, no, never mind. I'm not going to get into that. That might, YouTube probably wouldn't like that. But yeah, you just gotta look at things in its proper context. And like we include in our descriptions of the videos, like obviously we encourage you to believe in what we do, like our perspective of the truth. But in reality, don't until you've decided that that is what you also feel. Do your own research first, you know? That can kind of translate back to what we were talking about earlier with like the whole deal scams. People just buying on something before they really look into it as well. So just do your research. Doesn't hurt anything.
And learn from experience. Learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from your own mistakes. I'll say there were some scams that we probably all fell into.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But they're just good scams, and that's exactly how. That's like the same type of thought process that goes in for creating. If we want to tie this back into social media products, or even just the products described in the video for the modern struggle. They're trying to lure you in.
Yeah.
To the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Venus flytrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Venus flytrap. Because once they got you,
they
got you.
Yeah, you kind of gotta reassess or reassess and or reset everything. It's like if you're playing a video game, and you have like a talent tree, but you kind of fucked it up, right? Like it's not really the most optimal it could be. You gotta reset all those talents. You gotta start from scratch.
Yep.
That's what I feel like it kind of is too. Once you get in too deep, you're eventually going to get hit by a hard reset, hit rock bottom. And this is where you can either just kind of pursue making your past life better, or you can rewrite your future. The choice is yours.
Yeah, the choice is yours. Take a chance.
I mean, you can't learn without failing. That's just how it is. Like, whatever you want to say about school, you do bad in that one test. Okay, well, now I need to do better on setting yourself up for this next one, because that one obviously did not go well. Maybe it's take an extra hour or two to do one-on-one conversation with your instructor. I mean, this can really be for anything. It doesn't have to be school. Or it's an hour extra of both working with your instructor and just spending alone time working on it. And when you fail, it's not a loss, man. It's just something. It's just free. It's like cheating. Now you know the game plan. You just gotta change it up because obviously that didn't work right.
You know the answers.
You know the answers, basically. Yes.
Or at least you're solving the puzzle.
And like that paperwork exists forever now. Like if it was you lost a fight. You lost a fight. Well, now you have the tape of that whole fight forever, or until you get rid of it. So it's like, yeah, it's a 1 on your loss column on your record, but it's just improvement, just an improvement piece. That's it. Just always put your head down. We were listening to this song the other day. I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. That's a great song, man. Because when you really think about it, no matter what, just don't back down. Get up and go back at it. But you look like you really want to say something. So.
Oh, well, it was a great transition because I remember from one of the episodes I couldn't remember the word for a certain definition, but it was the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, trying to get different results, without trying to switch something up. Mm-hmm. And we were saying about, when you fail, you keep doing the same thing as what you failed at. That one way you failed. How are you going to expect a different outcome?
You can't. You shouldn't.
I don't think it's possible. I mean,
you shouldn't.
You might get lucky. You might get lucky, but I mean, if you failed, doing the same thing, I would say you're still doing the same thing. You're gonna fail. Yeah,
Luck, I mean,
you're gonna fail.
it's great to get luck, right? But you can't use luck as a risk management tool, just like you can't use hope as a risk management tool. Like if you just here's an example. Master Chief from Halo. I mean, that dude. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you're a fucking weirdo. But I mean, he's John 117. He's an absolutely trained machine. But he gets lucky. But it's not like he falls back on that luck. Because, I mean, he's Spartan. He's like the best of the best. So there's an example where, shit, I'll take that luck, you know?
Yeah.
But he's not doing everything off the hope of luck. So, continue.
Well, just to continue what you said, you yourself, we're talking to you, listeners, you are your own worst enemy. And the only person you need to be is yourself, who you were yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone is trying to compare themselves to other people and I guess want to be other people.
Yeah.
You know, it's just beating yourself because, I mean,
Yeah.
that just means, you know, you beat yourself, that's how you beat other people, essentially.
Yeah, like I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was telling him, like, dude, you're like my idol, and I want to be like you, but not be a carbon copy of you. I just want to take things that you are and apply them to me. That's different. It's different. It's not, I don't want to be him. I want to be how determined he is, how disciplined he is. That's where I want to be, as far as him. I want to be a carbon copy of him. So yeah. And yeah, once again, like what he said, doesn't mean like you can't have idols or you can't follow people and their opinion. That's great. That's awesome. You just have to be doing that while becoming who you are. That's what it's about too. You just got to become.
Yeah, you have to become. T.I. once tweeted, people party every weekend, but aren't where they want to be in life.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you exactly celebrating?
Yeah, it's like I have a tweet on my Warball, actually. It's an old Mac Miller tweet that says, be you. You'll be fine. And that's from July 31st of 2018. Just a couple months before he died. Just be you. You'll be fine. You might just have to figure out who you are.
Yeah. And to find out who you are, you're going to have to take some risk. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone because a lot of people live in the comfort zone because it's exactly what it's called, the comfort zone. It's
you feel good, like life's pretty chill, nothing going wrong, but that's why it's bad. Because it's the same shit, just a different day. It's not a new day with different shit.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid, but it's true, man.
That's true.
It's fucking true. It sounds retarded, but it's true. And man, that's why it's important to find what you want out of life. You know, they always tell you, just find what you're passionate about. Yeah, that's great, but the thing you have to be passionate about has to challenge you every single day to be better. Like working at Speedway. I don't know, just give that as an example. As like a cashier. Do you want to do that for the rest of your life? Is that challenging you to get better at anything? Maybe it's getting you better at dealing with bullshit every hour of the day, but are you really improving from that? Probably not.
I mean, is it truly what you want to do?
No.
If it's something you truly want to do, then by all means go ahead.
Yeah, you know it, if it is. But that's just my perspective on it. I want to do something that I'm passionate about, that I love to do, but it makes me work my fucking ass off to get better at every single day. And it just ties into what you just said. The only person you should be better than, or try and be better than, is just you from yesterday. Even 1%, man. 1% is better than none. You just do that a bunch, and you're gonna like
Yeah.
start 2x
What
in
would you say,
yourself.
like a quarter? Or yeah, what's don't be doing some bullshit, but you have to put some work in. At least something. At least something. Don't try to just do the most minimal effort you can. Like put maximum effort.
Yeah.
Start incremental, slowly.
Yeah.
But put maximum effort.
Shout out Deadpool. Maximum effort. And you have to be humble with yourself too. I mean, in this whole picture painting, yeah, it's not easy, but once again, if you put in the work, it will happen. You just lost my train of thought. Fuck.
That's all right. Something I have is, you can't become who you want to be because you're too attached to who you've been. That's the past. This is exactly ties in what we're saying. You have to be better than your past because the past is the past.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do about it? You can't go back. And, say we do come to the point of where we create the time machines.
Mm-hmm.
If we ever do, it would only make sense. You can only go back to when first the machine was created.
Oh, yeah.
You would think. There was this one podcast I listened to, can't remember what from, but that is a topic they brought up. You would think that's how the time machine would work. You can only go back to when it was first created because there was no time machines back.
Before that you can access.
Before that.
Unless there's something you don't know about, but we'll say that's off the table, that's not a thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. Another one real quick. I can do these fucking references all day. Kobe Bryant. Are you a different animal and the same beast? If you know, you know what that means. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, you just gotta let go. That's it. You just gotta let go. Let go. Live in the present, working for the future, rather than living in the present in the past, or being in the present, living in the past. And like we said, it's no need for huge drastic changes in a short period of time. Because if you do that, if you go straight 100% in, I'm going to say 99% of you will fail, will drop out. Like we can say this for gym memberships.
Yeah. No, you just got any new commitment,
Yeah, like
gym memberships are a big one though.
It's like I'm pretty sure they get the most money from the beginning of the year and maybe right before spring break. If that's what they were saying in Stealing Fire. I think it's like just those times before summertime, spring break, and beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. Because that's when people do their New Year's resolutions and shit like that. And all right, I'm gonna commit to going to the gym. But then you hit spring break where you go do something lazy and boring. Then you never get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, but you guys, or we'll say like that first week you guys go, but you guys don't come in the next week, or you say the first day you go.
And yeah, that's why you can't, like you just said, you can't go 150% at it. Don't go straight unless you're just a fucking animal, But don't go 5 days a week. You're just gonna burn yourself out.
Yeah, like if you were literally sedentary and starting to go on the gym, I would say just go once a day or once a week. Because you can't just go from nothing to complete.
Yeah, you're gonna damage your body at that point.
Yes.
But that one day you go, give 150% of your effort. Throw it all out there. Then you got 6 days to recover. Then you go right back at it.
Yeah, and then once you feel comfortable, start bumping it up.
Yep. Then you can add more days, and then you'll learn to maintain that same output as well. Yeah, because your body's used to it.
Yeah, you just gotta take it step by step, day by day.
Man,
It's about persistence, not giving up. Yeah.
believe, achieve.
Yeah. Achieve, believe, achieve.
Shout out Luke Rockhold.
Luke Rockhold. Michael Bisping.
It's a good self-help book, man. Man, dude, bro, we should get paid for these knowledge drops, bro. That's why we're gonna set up Patreon for you guys to get extra content from us and the Three Kings Uncensored, which is a sideshow that we've been recording with our third member of the team, Rabbit, which will, once we hit 6 subscribers on YouTube, nope, 10. That's
Yeah,
the
once
next
we
right.
get 10, we'll release the first episode
And then
on
after that-
YouTube, but once the Patreon's up, everything's going to, all 3 Kings are going to be on there.
Mhm.
And I want to say those are some knowledge. That is knowledge.
Yeah, that's some. You want to actually find out what's up with the world? That's the one. Or listen to the very first one. Towards the end, we start talking about reptiles. There's a little sneak peek.
And I would just say, keep an open mind.
Yeah, man.
Keep an open mind.
You think you got the world figured out? Nope.
Think again.
I don't even. I'm just scratching. We're both just scratching the surface. We are, and what we know is fucking crazy. We know a lot. I would say. Like
Yeah.
we're both 23, and compared to your average adult, we probably know 10 times more than what they do. You know, we're just kids, really.
Yeah, we're just trying to spread the love, the truth, and, positivity.
Yeah, man. No correlation to logic, but peace, love, positivity, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about. Seriously.
And, it is like they say, the truth hurts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it does.
they'll say the truth is probably, well, I'm going to say it's very censored nowadays.
Yeah, that's why
And it's controversial.
that's why it's called Three Kings Uncensored. And that's why it won't be on YouTube, because it's gonna get censored.
Yeah, I'll keep saying, I'm pretty sure, or at some point,
Yeah, well, this show's probably gonna get censored.
this show gets censored.
Yeah, but we'll keep. I mean, we're eventually gonna get this on other platforms too. For now, it's just on YouTube. But and luckily, then I don't know what censorship's like on Apple Podcasts if it exists.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to see.
But eventually, you'll be able to listen to us on different platforms. And once we hit 100 subscribers, we'll start putting out video recording.
The video recordings.
Yeah.
You see this live conversation, looking at y'all.
Mm-hmm. Then you'll be able to see the progression of the studio. Yeah. If you guys are listening to us right now, we love you. Thank you. You're making you help making someone's dreams, I guess you could say, come true.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to help people. No matter, as long as they fucking want to get help, then I'll help them. If you don't want to get help, then get out of my face. But if you're actually out there seeking the truth and seeking to get better, thank you, because I'm willing to help you as long as you're willing to learn. Check that ego at the door. I don't want to hear that shit.
Check the ego at the door.
If not, you get the fuck out, man. If you want to talk man to man, then let's talk man to man. If I say some shit about you and you don't like it and you get self-defensive about it, get the fuck out. Check the ego. I don't want to hear that shit. And you can check things about me. I'll take it, right?
Yeah, that's, you just gotta take it. The truth hurts. You just gotta, either you're gonna take it or you're gonna get defensive about it. But, and I'll say another, thing about addictions would be people loving negativity. I would say that's it's a weird addiction that people don't really realize they have. They love being negative.
Oh yeah, man. Like that's what modern feminists are. They don't provide any value, man. They're just negative. They just hate everything. Like, what does your typical feminist contribute to your life and everyone else's life? Nothing. They don't contribute shit. They just complain. It's like a Karen. What does a Karen do? Yeah, maybe she gives them business money, but she just fucking complains the whole time. No one likes that shit. Sorry. Oh, man.
Yeah, so negativity, negative people. You already said it. You need to cut them off.
Yeah, man.
From your life. But you also have to cut off negative influences.
Yeah.
We'll say even thoughts.
Yeah, and that can tie back to how we started the show with the modern struggle. all those different outlets that give you attention. But continue.
You know, you are what you constantly tell yourself, good or bad. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. You know, it's not about what others say about you. It's about what you say about yourself.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't matter what other people say about you.
Like, all you really need is self-validation. But it feels good.
Oh,
You know,
to get validated by other people?
To get it from other people.
Hell
But
yeah, man.
all you really need is yourself.
Yeah. But, like, there's a difference between accepting that validation from other people when you are who you believe you are and when you're not. And getting the self-validation when you know you're the fucking man compared to when you didn't think you were the man, two completely different frames of mind there. And it feels great.
If validations from, third-party sources align with yours about yourself, I'm for it. Because, it's both good. It's both upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're saying something but you don't believe it about yourself, then what good is it going to do? Because you don't believe it yourself.
Probably nothing. I mean, when you don't believe in yourself, you can never actually give 100% towards something. Because there's always that bit of that bit of doubt and that bit of fear that you're not going to actually complete what you want.
Yeah, so, just say good stuff about yourself. Do you love yourself? Can you look in the mirror and say you love yourself?
And if not, then let's go. It's time to rewrite what you think about yourself. It's time to take whatever routine, whatever ideologies, whatever things you physically own, and throw it all out the fucking door and bring in a different plan.
Yeah. What don't you like about yourself? Okay. Are you willing to do the work
To change that.
that?
Yeah, literally, you can make a list of 10 by order what things you don't like about yourself, from worst to less worse, I suppose. And whatever that, you can start however you want, I suppose, but you can either start with the thing that you don't like about yourself the most, maybe it's your body weight. Let's go. Let's hit the gym. Let's get working.
Yes.
Like
Start walking. Start doing some body body squats, push-ups, pull-ups.
Yeah.
Sit-ups,
Jumping jacks, like jump rope. If you're able to do that, like literally. Real quick with like a mental thing on that is people get so afraid when there's a big task in front of them because they can only think about what has to be the outcome. When in reality, all you gotta do is dip your feet in the water. But their mind is just so focused on what it has to be that they're scared to try it. And so you may pick the biggest thing that you don't like about yourself. And it's a tall task, but you just gotta slowly integrate into it. And that'll be second nature. For me, it was martial arts. Now it's just second nature. I didn't want to do it for so long, and then I finally just did it.
Yeah, it's like
I love it.
It's like, how can you not like something if you never tried? Said something.
It's like, how can you not like Tropic Thunder when you've never seen it?
Yeah, if I'm going to say you gotta try it. You gotta start from somewhere, and if you don't like it, now you don't like it. Let's try something else.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat the process until you do find something you like.
Yeah, trial and error, man.
But
Trial and error.
it's just that leap of faith.
Yeah, it's like
You have to let go of who you once were. You just have to go.
what's interesting with that? It just came to my mind. Have you seen Indiana Jones, the third one?
I haven't seen any of the Indiana.
Damn, really? Okay, we gotta watch this sometime. Anyhow, the third one. This isn't too big of a spoiler, but at the end of the third one, Indiana Jones is trying to get to the Holy Grail, and his little cheat sheet is just called a leap of faith, basically. And it's because he's staying here, and where he has to go is here, but it's just a chasm. So he just jumps, and then a bridge forms from under him.
Nice.
Leap of faith, literally like that.
But, like we said, do your own research. risk management, take calculated risk.
Yeah, and it's probably not going to be that risky, where you physically might die from it, but take a leap of faith.
See, that's a movie. If that
don't base it off that.
If that happens in real life,
What are you doing?
don't do that, okay? Don't do that.
Don't do that parkour, man.
Do not take, that scene literally. Do not take those type of leap of faith.
No matter how much I believe in God, man, I don't think that's going to happen. And if it does, then goddamn. But I'm not banking on that shit. Man, I can't believe you've never seen Indiana Jones, man. Harrison Ford's the GOAT, bro.
I haven't seen any of them.
The fourth one doesn't count.
Not even the Shia LaBeouf one.
I mean, I do like Shia, but that movie sucks. But the first they're gems. We'll have to watch them sometime.
I'll put that on my list. Well, that concludes my list of notes.
Cool. I don't really have too much to add. Damn, what the hell was that? Sorry, there's probably a dog bone. I don't really have too much else to add. Just been playing a lot of World of Warcraft, though. If you know, you know. Shout out World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade, classic. With video games, you can play video games, but after you've earned the right to play them. You gotta do your other shit in the day, alright? And then you can play some World of Warcraft and lose a few brain cells. Maybe consume some pizza. Not too much, though. Jocko would be mad at me, so that's all I'm gonna say.
You have to reward yourself, but don't consistently reward yourself.
That's how you get fat.
And don't reward yourself on minuscule tasks.
Like making your bed, that doesn't count. What you gotta do is you gotta, go for a run, read a few chapters in a book, or listen to a couple podcasts. Whatever makes you take the time to invest in something, then you get reward from that. If it's actual physical pain from, sparring or running or
Exercising or working out.
yeah, hitting the gym, listening to some really terrible shows that you have to do for some reason. If that puts you through physical pain.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know why I came up with that example, but you get the idea, man. You can play video games, but you gotta reward yourself. Anyhow, love me some World of Warcraft.
Yeah, how we're saying, starting something new, take it day by day. Take it day by day.
Yeah.
Reward yourself.
Yeah.
And, as you progress, do the same as well, because we'll say, I'll quote The Shining, all work and no play.
Yeah.
You gotta work hard, and you gotta play hard.
Yeah.
Shout out Wiz Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of been my mindset.
Have you seen him lately? Probably.
With him training MMA and such.
Yeah, bro. I was actually reading an article earlier. He might be considering
a fight,
professional
fight.
Yeah.
Oh, professional fight.
Yeah, professional. No, actually, I think it was an expedition.
Well, at least a fight.
Yeah,
an MMA fight.
An actual MMA fight. Yeah. I mean,
crazy.
That dude, he's shredded now, man. He went from being skinny and fit to now being actually shredded,
jacked.
Yeah, and he's doing Muay Thai and shit like that too. He's probably really good, honestly. I mean, I know he's been working hard at that, but his physique and whatnot, I guarantee if he trains him hard, his kicks are probably crazy.
Yeah, he used to be tall and lanky. Now he's just shredded, tall and shredded.
Yeah, tall and shredded and just fit. Love Wiz Khalifa, man. I'll never forget one of my favorite things with Wiz Khalifa. One, Eric Andre when he's on there, and two, when he does the lie detector. Have you seen that?
No.
I think it's something Vice did. It's for fun. But
did he get shocked?
No.
Oh
no, he was on a lie detector and they were just asking him questions, and I don't think he lied. I think he told the truth about everything. We can watch that after this if you want. Yeah. I'll link it in the video. But yeah, that's really all I got too. I guess we'll just do a quick recap of kind of what we discussed. And we'll also include this in the title. But it started with a modern struggle in a video that Rich Homie found for us to look over. Include that in the description. We kind of went to some hypebeast culture and what we'd like, and then talking about Kanye West and his birthday, and then we got into Tropic Thunder. Never go full retard. Don't be a simple jack. Fucking love that movie. The truth hurts, but always benefits you. Never giving up and always keep grinding. And self-love. But anyways, that will do it for me. I'm going to turn back over to Rich Homie to get us out of here.
Alright guys, thanks for listening. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also ring the bell so whenever we upload a new episode, you'll get notified and hopefully watch it before it gets shadow banned or deleted. If that happens, we'll find a way to get it back on. If we have to put it on to Patreon, we'll put it on there. We'll also let you know when that gets up and running. Like we said, we will release the first episode of Three Kings Uncensored at 10 subscribers. I believe we only need 4 more. So,
I think so.
if you guys like the content, hit subscribe. Like we said, we'll also upload our first video recorded podcast at 100 subs. But other than that, you can follow us on our social media. Follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Unlocking Success. No G, because you have to listen, because that's where we keep it. You can follow me, Rich Homie Vang, on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud, and kind of everywhere at Rich Homie Vang. You can follow Eric on Instagram at Eric_Eclipse, Twitter at IamTheEclipse. That's all, guys. That's Unlocking Success. Hopefully you're one step closer to unlocking your success. Peace out.
Love you guys.